So Carnival Cruise Line is done. They are putting their anchor down. They said gone are the days when they are considered to be the Walmart of the seas. Now, when I say Walmart, I mean the old Walmart. You remember back in the early 2000s when there was regular Walmart, then they had the Walmart Supercenter? They're still going to be Walmart, just more like the new Walmart Supercenter, which you could argue is not such a bad thing because, well, everybody goes to Walmart for something. Now, before I tell you what's going on, I do have three very quick announcements that, trust me, you guys do want to pay attention to. So I have booked a last-minute cruise. I set sail tomorrow. Now, if you want to know the details of that sailing, I will be posting it on my other channel, Jay the Nomad, tonight at 6 p.m. Also, you guys want to know what's going on with Virgin Voyages. I know what happened with the bag. I will be doing two videos later this coming week with a breakdown of everything that happened, as well as another breakdown video since I have now sailed on 4 sailings with Virgin Voyages, outlining what I truly think about the cruise line. And finally, I got to update you guys on my Patreon. So I will be launching my Patreon hopefully tomorrow. It's under review right now, but when I do have it, I did, as promised, make a tier where it's $2 a month, which I think is going to be very affordable for all of you. You will get things like early access to my videos that I do that isn't cruise news, the more polished videos, my reviews, stuff of that nature. Also, I will have another tier system in which all of you will be able to raffle in for a free cruise. I will be giving a cruise away every single quarter, starting as early as next month. I will be partnering with my sponsors, Touring Plans, and we are going to make it happen. So make sure you guys tune in for that announcement I will be doing hopefully tomorrow as soon as I get my Patreon finally approved. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. In addition to early access to my videos, access to me, as well as live streams, Patreon members will also receive private content that I will not post on my YouTube channel for at least a month. For example, I do have some adult-only interviews that took place on board the Scarlet Lady with Virgin Voyages, and you do not want to miss it. It gets very interesting to say the least. But anyway, let's talk about what's going on with Carnival Cruise Line. We have seen in recent weeks they've been making a lot of changes. First of all, there was the policy change in regards to disorderly conduct, primarily talking about all of the fights, the scraps that are taking place on board their ships. Carnival has changed their policy and said straight up, if you fight on board their ships, you will be banned for life from their cruise line, potentially other cruise lines, and you will also potentially be fined up to $500, which I've mentioned I believe it should be more to kind of keep people away from fighting. But they've also implemented a curfew for children. We all know there are children that run around all cruise ships during the wee hours of the morning and nights, just doing stupid stuff like pressing doorbells and knocking on doors, touching all the elevator buttons, and bothering people. So Carnival has said that starting at 1 a.m. they will implement a curfew in which all kids should be in bed unless they are being supervised by any of the daycare groups or anything of that nature. Now recently, Carnival has come out and said that they are going to be implementing stricter rules when it comes to the type of people that most of us out there do not like very much. I'm talking about the chair hogs on board, the people on board, the passengers that decide to take up all of the lounge chairs, and even when they aren't using it, they will do things like place items on the chair in order to keep their spot. We're talking about things ranging from bananas, all kinds of fruits, a book, sandals, even an inflatable. All of that stuff is going to come to an end according to Carnival. How are they going to implement this? Well, they're saying this isn't a policy change. They're just going to crack down a little bit more because they've been trying to crack down over the past couple years. They're going to be doing things like putting stickers or timestamps on the chairs whenever somebody leaves. Basically, what it's going to do is document and let that passenger know that it has been recorded that somebody has been absent in that chair, and if they do not return within a determined amount, I'm going to assume probably within 30 minutes to an hour, then they will relinquish that chair by removing whatever item is there, and the passenger can collect it over at the towel service area. Along with the markers or stickers that will be put on the lounge chairs that are not being used, Carnival will also have LED screens and constant announcements reminding people of the rules when it comes to potential hogging of the lounge chairs. Basically reminding people that if you are not in your lounge chair, if you are not nearby, whether you're in the pool or maybe a hot tub, then your seat could potentially be given up to another guest that is wanting to use it, because we have seen this be extremely problematic on sea days in particular. So first of all, I will say hats off to Carnival. Well, not right now, my hair's a mess. But bravo, congrats to Carnival for making these changes. Now, I will say that if, and I put a big set of parentheses around that one, if they actually implement these policies. Well, they're saying according to them it's not a policy change or whatever it is, it's them kind of cracking down. But if they actually do this, this is going to be a big step up, in my opinion, from what the other cruise lines are doing. No matter what ship you're sailing on, unless it has a low occupancy, this is something that has always been problematic. Like I said, especially on sea days. You got people that are trying to tan or whatever it is, and then they just suddenly leave to go get food, they go sing karaoke, they go to the casino, do whatever it is they're gonna do, play bingo, and they just decide to hold their chair, and by putting something down thinking that nobody's ever going to sit there, and they have it available for the whole cruise. Now on one end I do get it, because these lawn chairs, lounge chairs, sun decks, whatever, sun chairs, whatever they want to call them, they are extremely hard to come by on a sea day, and typically when there's a lot of people on any cruise on any particular day. So I understand the reasoning for it. However, we all know that it is extremely annoying, and there needs to be a stop to it as soon as possible. It also appears to me that Carnival is little by little trying to step their game up. You see that they are doing away with, unfortunately or fortunately, however you see it, they're doing away with all of the older, smaller ships and making way for their newer class of ships, for example, like the Carnival Mardi Gras, the Celebration, which I'll be on next month for about 3 weeks, as well as the Carnival Jubilee that is set to reveal herself next year. I think Carnival is going with a new class of ship, so to speak. You get it? Because they have more classes of ship coming out. But anyway, I do think that overall this is great. I've told you guys before, I have no shame in saying that the Carnival Mardi Gras till this day is still my favorite ship of all time. And I am looking forward to see how Carnival does change in the not so distant future. Anyway, that's what we got for today's news and updates. Of course, let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comment section below. Do you think that Carnival will actually enforce these new rules? I'm extremely curious, because I can tell you right now, I don't see it, because that is a lot of work, especially considering that there isn't enough staff running around in those pool deck areas to even uphold all of these rules and policy changes that they are making now and could be potentially making in the future. But that's just me. Anyway, guys, of course, let me know, like I said, your thoughts in the comment section. Hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to my other channel, Jay the Nomad, because all of my vlogs, my in-action running around the cruise ship videos, as well as other travel adventures will also be on that other channel. I appreciate you guys. I love all of you. I'll see you later. Take it easy.